GGRC.
Hey everybody, welcome to another vlog here on GGRC. You know, I do a lot of vlogs and review videos for games and stuff, but I don't do a lot of life or channel update videos. You know, I don't do them all that much. I did one about 3.5 months ago to let you guys know that I was having a baby, and you know, at this point, you know, or at that point I should say, I didn't know how that was going to affect the channel, and in fact right now I still don't know how it's going to affect the channel, because right now I'm still pumping out videos like crazy. At this point, probably even more so than I was back in March when I first announced it. But what I wanted to do here was just give you guys kind of an update on what's going on here. We are at the point now where we are just under 2 months away from baby's arrival, which is pretty exciting. Things have been pretty crazy around here. That is to say, like, the amount of work I've been doing around the house to get ready for the baby has been crazy. Like, I've been really working on the nursery and working around the house to get a lot of our big projects done. One thing, for example, is just yesterday. I actually was going to do this vlog video yesterday after I was working, but I was so tired. I was like, no, I can't do it. I was way too tired. What I did was we've been working in our backyard for a while. We've got these trees we've been trying to get out of there because they're in really weird random positions in the backyard. Anyway, long story short, we've been cutting them down for a while, like getting the branches out of there. I got a pole saw and cut the whole, you know, the whole thing's out of there. I've been waiting for the ground to get, you know, dry enough and everything that I could get a stump grinder and actually go back there and grind the stumps. So there were 3 stumps yesterday. I had to go back there with this gigantic, you know, it's probably like the size of 3 lawnmowers combined, went back there with this stump grinder and ground these stumps into the ground in hopes that the trees wouldn't come back. It's possible they might try to come back, but we'll be on top of that. So we're just trying to grow grass in that area. But right there, I mean, that's one of the big jobs I've had recently with the house. So it's been crazy. I've been doing big stuff like that, you know, ever since this big announcement came, because I don't know what my energy is going to be like, and I don't know what my free time is going to be like when the baby does come. Because, you know, I'm assuming like most of my time is going to be taken up with hanging out with him and, you know, changing diapers and doing stuff for my wife and whatever else, you know. So 2 months away, I wouldn't say I'm nervous. The thing that I'm most nervous about is probably when it happens. I've been pretty much prepared for this for a little while now. Like, it's interesting because when you find out you're having a baby, you have 9 months from that point, right? And that kind of gives you 9 months to sort of like get all your priorities in order, get your mind in order, get ready for it. And I feel like that it's been a really good buffer time for me to do that, especially with the fact that we've been taking classes. We actually went for a birthing class a couple weeks ago, which was really interesting. It was a 6-hour long birthing class. It was pretty crazy. Basically, like, I found out things I didn't know about. I'm just a dumb guy who plays games, and I draw, you know, that's what I do. Like, I'm a graphics guy and I play games. I don't know much about like the, you know, human anatomy and how it works and how, you know, how any of this stuff works with the pregnancy or whatever. So we're actually in this class, and the woman that was showing us what happens when the baby is coming, she had this pelvis bone, right? This fake, you know, skeletal pelvis. And she kept like putting the baby on top of the pelvis, showing you like, oh, the head's got to go through the pelvis this way, not that way, and this and that. And I was like, the baby's got to go through the pelvis bone? Like, it just blew my mind. So who would have thought at my age right now something would still, you know, blow my mind? I never thought about it. I just have never thought about it. I've seen so many movies where like women have babies or hear about people who have babies, and I never even think about like the baby has to go through your pelvis. It kind of like, whoo, really threw me for a loop there. But on top of that, though, you know, this class taught all kinds of different things to be prepared for, things that could potentially happen that could go wrong, but also all the things that could, or all the things you should be prepared to do when the baby comes out and everything's normal and everything too. So it's pretty eye-opening, and it really helps prioritize everything that you got to get going in your life, you know, with a baby coming and everything. So yeah, it's just been really busy around here. It's been really busy with the baby. It's been really busy with chores and everything else I got to do. You got to figure, in addition to doing like hard stump grinding outside and doing whatever else is needed, my wife is slowing down now too. She's getting bigger, so I'm at the point now where I have to do a lot of things that she can't do. She's at a point now where she really wants to go out and do these things outside, like yard work, or she wants to, do the dishes, just random things like that. And it's to the point now where she can't, because she just gets way too tired. She gets to the point now where sometimes if we're just having dinner and we're talking, I could tell she's like kind of getting this like lightheadedness. She needs to go lay down. So it's me helping her out with that, taking up the mantle and everything. But one of the most exciting, eye-opening things about it is getting the nursery set up. So I painted the nursery. It's been painted for a while. And everybody always tells me like, oh yeah, once you get it painted, everything else is a cinch. And while that is kind of true, I had that done really early. We've been sort of waiting on furniture for the baby's room as well. So this whole thing has been crazy to see the room come together, from being painted to now, just this past weekend, in addition to stump grinding and fixing gutters, which I did talk about. I also had to build the crib. So I built the crib for the baby, which was pretty amazing, that I was just like, wow, I'm building my son's bed here, which is kind of cool. So the bed is now in there. He now has this amazing bookshelf and diaper changing table to match, where actually my mother-in-law painted them. She did this like really cool sea theme, painting on it. But yeah, it's just been a really cool experience. I know my generation right now, very anti-kids, very anti-having kids, very much against like, having a kid other than a dog or a cat or something like that, which is cool. Definitely live your life the way you want to live it. I have nothing against that, but I will say that the experience of going through it has been pretty eye-opening, and I think that part of life is sort of trying to experience as much of it as you can, and I think that having children is part of that. For a long time in my 20s, I didn't want kids either, but I feel like that's pretty normal, right? By the time, you get to your 30s or whatever, and you start talking about it more with your partner, you're kind of like, man, maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll give this a shot, And then, now that it's happening and everything, I'm nowhere near the point where, I can say I'm a father or anything like that. But I can say that it's been a really interesting experience, like, having my wife and watching her get bigger and becoming the mother she's going to be becoming in just a couple months here, and just observing all this stuff as it happens, observing family and how family is reacting to it. Having I had a diaper party, which a lot of people call it pounding for Pampers, I guess, where you invite all your friends over and you pound beers and they have to bring Pampers, but pounding for Pampers just sounds kind of weird to me. I really don't like it, so I called it the diaper bash. But I had a bunch of guys over there, and then getting their takes on it and hearing their reactions to the whole thing, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, it's been a good experience, I would say. I can definitely say, when I was in that birthing class that I mentioned, that there were some dads in there you could tell were not really on board with the whole thing. They didn't seem very into it, and I don't know why that is. I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't say that I'm like fully, gung-ho or going crazy or going nuts, going, I can't wait or anything, but I'm just sitting here waiting for the day, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely not sitting here fretting or anything. The only thing that I am somewhat scared about is the day that my wife tells me it's time. We got to get to the hospital. That's the day, like, I keep joking with her, saying, like, I'm going to be at work and one of your friends is going to have to bring you because I won't be able to get to you in time. Something like that. But it's actually not true. Like I said, taking that birthing class is very helpful, because if she calls me and says that she's, going into labor at some point, I'll have plenty of time to get back to the house, pick her up, because labor can last a long time and everything. Not to get into too many details with you guys or whatever, but it's eased my mind a lot. It's really helped out. So yeah, I don't know. What's the point of this whole vlog? I really am not sure. I kind of just wanted to give you guys an update on my life and let you know what's going on, because it's really unpredictable what's going to happen in 2 months. And I don't even mean just with the channel. I also mean like with my life in general. Like outside of this YouTube channel, I have a whole thing going on with friends and family and, everything. So I know for everybody who watches, the Quake Grave and the quick save review videos and stuff like that, it's hard to imagine, because you're focused on whatever it is we're talking about, whatever game it is we're talking about. But I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where the baby comes and I just completely forget about this, which I'm sure is not the case, because I'm sure my kid is going to be into games probably if as much, if not more than I am, I'm sure at some point. But I'm not sure how much of a role this is going to play when he shows up. Is it still going to be something I do on a daily basis like I've been doing? I don't know. It's just a thought that's been rolling around in my head. And, I just want to thank you guys all for continuing to watch the channel, support, comment, all that stuff, because every time I upload a video and you guys comment, just to talk about the game that we're playing, or just to say hi or whatever, definitely lights me up a bit, makes me feel better. I actually had a comment the other day which really touched me. I was streaming Mario Maker 2 on the Switch. Great game, by the way. If you have a Switch, you haven't gotten it yet, I recommend it. It's really, really good. But I was streaming it, and the guy chatting, I forget his name off the top of my head because I don't remember him commenting too much in the past. He might have, so forgive me if you have. But he just wanted to mention real quick. He said, like, hey, I can't watch the stream right now. I got to run, but basically he said he's been watching the past year and a half and he really likes my videos, and they really help him out, and I was like, man, that's such a nice thing to say to somebody, especially with the amount of time I put into the channel and everything. It's great to get that kind of feedback from everybody, to know like what I'm doing is entertaining, is fun, and helps people get through the day. Even if it's just like a quick 10-minute video where I play a game and we're making some jokes and talking and whatever it is, if it helps you guys, gives you a little bit of entertainment for the day, it really helps me too, to know that. So, but yeah, like I said, not sure what the real big point of this vlog was. I just feel like I had a lot to talk about. I'm doing a lot of adult things, stump grinding, painting walls, putting up drywall. I'm doing all these grown-up things now, which I did not do even 2 years ago. So it's been crazy, and now I'm being even more of a grown-up. Going to become a dad soon, but still trying to keep my kid's side and keep the channel going, which I guess is the whole point of this. And I wanted to talk about it and just let you guys know what's happening. So I don't know when I'm going to do another one of these vlogs. Probably I'll do another one when the baby actually shows up. Maybe that'll be what happens. But regardless, guys, again, I just want to thank you for sticking around watching. And of course, I'll see you all next time in the next episode of GGRC. See you then.